Have you ever felt butterflies in your stomach before a big presentation? Or maybe you've had a strong, unexplainable gut feeling about a decision. For a long time, we've thought of our digestive tract as a simple, slightly embarrassing plumbing pipe. Its only job, we assumed, was to take the food we eat, extract the calories, and turn whatever was left over into waste. Medical research reveals a completely different reality. Your digestive system is actually a highly intelligent co-pilot, equipped with its very own, fully independent nervous system. This network of nerves is so massive and its chemical language so complex that scientists literally refer to it as our second brain. It does not sit quietly waiting for instructions from your head. It actively manages a vast internal ecosystem on its own, quietly shaping our moods and choices from the bottom up, forcing us to completely rethink who is actually in control of our bodies. To understand how this toe-pilot works, we have to look at its physical workspace. When you eat a piece of food, your body's main challenge is finding enough surface area to catch and absorb all those microscopic, energy-rich molecules before they pass through you. This illustration shows how the gut solves that space problem. The intestinal wall folds in on itself obsessively. Covering those folds are millions of tiny finger-like projections called villi, which stand up here like a dense microscopic forest. Looking closely at the top callout in this diagram, we see the efficiency multiplies. Each of those individual villi is covered in its own tinier waves, known as microvilli. This creates a thick, velvet-like mesh designed to trap every passing nutrient. If you were to take this entire velvety landscape and iron it out completely flat, it would stretch for 4.5 miles. The gut is a spectacular feat of biological engineering, maximizing every available square inch to fuel your body. Controlling this massive structure is the enteric nervous system. This neural network is unique because it is the only organ system in your entire body that functions completely on its own. Even if its physical connection to your brain were completely severed, your gut would keep right on working. Take a look at this drawing, which perfectly captures how the gut manages itself. When your stomach is empty between meals, the gut dispatches a housekeeper mechanism. It initiates delicate, sweeping muscle contractions to clean out the digestive tract. When your belly rumbles, you aren't actually hearing hunger. You are hearing this housekeeper doing its chores. The gut's nervous system does not work alone. It oversees a sprawling, bustling city of around 100 trillion microscopic residents, your gut bacteria. This diagram shows how that population is distributed. In the upper digestive tract, the white dots are fairly sparse. As you travel further down into the large intestine, the bacteria become incredibly dense, forming a heavy, concentrated workforce. This whimsical illustration captures the serious, daily labor happening in that microbial city. These bacteria act like a biological boot camp. They break down the tough plant fibers we cannot digest, manufacture essential vitamins, and physically spar with our immune cells to train them how to fight off real threats. We are essentially walking, breathing ecosystems. We rely entirely on this alien workforce to maintain our health, extract our energy, and keep us alive. With such a massive, independent, and heavily populated system running inside us, a major question arises. How does it talk to the brain in our head? The two organs connect through a dedicated high-speed neural highway. Because the gut has such a massive sensory surface area, it acts like an internal radar. It constantly sends status updates up this telephone line to tell the brain exactly how the body is doing. This connection explains exactly how stress physically affects us. When your brain senses an emergency, like a tight deadline or an argument, it panics. To solve the problem, it borrows the energy it needs right out of the gut. The gut obliges, slowing down digestion and reducing its own blood supply to help the brain out. A short emergency is fine, but if you are constantly stressed, the brain keeps stealing that energy. The gut's protective mucus layer thins out, its walls weaken, and it becomes completely exhausted. Eventually, it starts shooting harsh warning signals back up that telephone line to say it cannot take the abuse anymore. When those distress signals hit the areas of your brain that process emotions, things get confusing. You might feel profound fatigue, suddenly lose your appetite, or experience a wave of unexplainable anxiety and grumpiness, all triggered by a physical complaint from your stomach. Your emotional state flows from the bottom up as much as it does from the top down. By sitting down for calm, unhurried meals and feeding those helpful bacteria what they need, you ensure your secret co-pilot stays healthy, sending happy, stable signals right back up to your brain.